for Eli the Ninja. And Eli, we got the Halo World Championship warm-up today presented by Complexity. Yesterday featured some crazy matches, crazy upsets, and this is it. This is the most important online tournament we'll see all year because it's the lead-up to the big one in just 1 week.
Yesterday was absolutely insane. We had 3 Game 5s all at the same time, all on Street Slayer, I mean, honestly, the games themselves were typically pretty close. Some of them were blowouts, but man, are all the teams really rearing up for the next week ahead at the World Championship? We're going to see some insane gameplay then, but we're going to start with some insane gameplay now. This roster here, Pure, was yesterday playing with a substitute, Avicii. He was subbing in for Last Shot, who, because of the hurricane, his Starlink internet was not functional. Might have also lost power, but now Last Shot's back, and I gotta say, this team with the substitute 3-0'd the defending LAN champions. I'm a little bit worried if I'm Last Shot.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we kick things off here on a Strongholds live fire with FaZe in the lead, early control of A and B, let me just give you one reason why, Eli. This is the most important tournament of the year outside of the LAN events, of course. And that's because last year, I did a little Halopedia research before the day. The winner of last year's Halo World Championship warm-up won the Halo World Championship just a week ago. And oh, by the way, that was FaZe Clan, who we have here in our lobby. Had an early lead, but Pure grabbed it right back. Back and forth we go. Many slays occurring throughout the feed. Nobody able to gain firm control of this one early, but yeah, important to note again, the winner of this tournament last year went on to win the Halo World Championship.
That's definitely an interesting thing to note. I will say Pure a bit on a hot streak lately. They also defeated SSG in the Grand Finals reset about a week ago. So, I mean, these guys really kind of peaking at the right time. They feel like they believe the hype from 2010, was it? Or 2009 Nationals. They kind of feel like that roster to me. These guys are hungry for this championship.
No, 47 rolling to 15, and you're right, Clutch, the man himself who won that national championship in 2009, said there are upwards of 6 teams that could win this year's Halo World Championship, and Pure is definitely in the mix. Hopping on board here with World 2 as he takes his sights to the top side of Snipe, looking to protect his control of the Snipe tower and flip that into C, but Last Shot, there we go, there's a return from the young gun, takes him down, makes sure that C stays in favor of Pure, and they'll continue scoring because of it.
Right now, that BC hold, typically the most preferred combination of Strongholds. You got the tower side, you got Nest and back green. Both these teams kind of just been going back and forth, flipping B, and now it looks like FaZe should be the ones to earn it right now. They're going to start to score again, and now it's Pure that have to figure out how they're going to play out of this situation. Right now, spawning at the C side, are trying to send some players through the screen door, some through top center, perhaps one through Nest. But right now, FaZe's defense has been a little bit too strong.
Frosty had some uncharacteristic matches yesterday. We're used to seeing him fry always. And he's cooking some eggs in the pan this morning. Frosty at 8-3-2 has opened up a lot of time and space here in this Strongholds. Allowed FaZe Clan to take a 30-second lead. And now there's Renegade sliding through, taking down the one shot onto Last Shot. He makes his way now towards the Snipe tower. It's been a focus of control for both of these teams. You'd actually argue that Pure has had more control of that crucial position on the map, but that's about all they've controlled, Eli. C throughout the entirety of this match for Pure. It's been A-B control in 100% droves for FaZe Clan.
FaZe have definitely just looked a little bit more pristine. This is the very first game of the day. I mean, these guys have assuredly at least been online warming up, I would hope. So typically these games can be a little bit rocky for one side or the other. It's a good game type to warm up. Typically Pure, if they are warm though, this is one of their best game types. So I'd like to see them wake up a bit here. They've got to start getting their pushes coordinated and on the right page.
Pollock lining up the no-scope, but decides instead to pull out the Bandit. Oh my goodness, 99%. He's got to set his sights to whoever's in the hill. It's Royal 2, and he gets the no-scope. B in full control of Pure, and now they have a little bit of scoring, but FaZe has built a considerable lead, 118 to a rolling 50 with a potential trip cap brewing for Pure.
That is a trip crap. I mean, these guys, I mean, I swear you just accidentally make up new words that like could low-key just be the name of something. Like it's like a crappy trip cap. It's like not even worth it. Is that what a trip crap is? Like you weren't even supposed to go for it. You were supposed to just hold what you got. Now you lost all map control. That's a trip crap, brother. That's not a trip cap.
Well, Pure do have a lot of blue on your screen, but you're right. FaZe have quickly taken back control of C. They're inside of B, and it's Renegade making sure that he holds firm. Royal 2 now on the top side of Nest, spots Cherish and Druck, but with Frosty inside of B, making sure that flips and holding control. He's content to help out his teammate, and he doesn't need any help. It's somebody else across the feed. You don't know who's going to slay out for FaZe Clan as they absolutely clear that B side of the map. Camo might go to last shot, but he's got eyes on him from the scoreboard, from the cuts. And that should go to FaZe instead. It does. It's Frosty now with the camo.
So far, Cherish has been unable to come online, and he was a standout performer yesterday for this squad and a big reason why they went on that insane run. So I gotta feel like if he comes online here, things could be different, but as it stands, FaZe just kind of been doing whatever they want on the map, it feels. Now A finally goes back to Pure, but they've kind of been stuck in this cycle for quite a while. How does Druck play from here though? Looks like Cherished did actually get a spawn by the dummy side. They get 2 dead. This is the best their chances have looked in a while to get map control back in their favor.
2-2. Crucial gunfights happening here with FaZe Clan building a 100-second lead here in Strongholds. That's the threshold, I'd say, in this game of keeping it close. And at that point in time, Pure are able to recapture B. Sniper up in 3 as Frosty and Renegade won it, but last shot has better positioning, better control, and now he's got the snipe, looking to take the snipe tower, but he's got to check his corners, does. No scope on a Renegade, cleans up with the body shot. And now, can he hold on to the snipe? He's still got 7 shots left to work with. Dangerous situation in the low tunnels as Royal 2 is there coming for it, but he lands the no-scope, lands the cleanup headshot, and he's going to maintain positioning and control of the ever-crucial sniper. And Eli, he's not holding it at the snipe tower. We're seeing a flip-up in the strategy here. Pure are playing now aggressively, and it's boding well for them.
I love the way that Last Shot has played this. Also, if he doesn't get that kill, this whole situation is different. Royal 2 gets caught sleeping at the wheel. Man wasn't even moving his left stick. Last Shot's gonna land the no-scope headshot. Might land another here from top center as well. And all of a sudden, they've come to life a little bit. Maybe this is the adrenaline pump that they needed to get themselves woken up in this series.
Yeah, Last Shot says, if you go honk Chua, I'm gonna go hop Tua with the no-scopes, landing a full spree worth of them. 3 go down, though, for Pure. Cherish trying to stay alive as the last Spartan standing still in control of A and B, and they've got the deficit to within 60 seconds. Pure are mounting a comeback.
I'm so checked out after what you just said, brother. What? All right, 3 dead for FaZe Clan. Pure looking solid.
Double kill.
I hope I never hear that again from Mikowski, but we got some peak shots coming in from Royal 2, and Pure with the trip cap now, they're all completely in control. They got 2 dead for FaZe. Frosty, first player alive, trying to force the B flip. But he's not going to get away with it. Talik's going to get the grenade kill, and this is starting to look bad for FaZe Clan. They have lost control, and Pure have not relinquished it.
The last 2 minutes, Pure have been in full control, holding at least 2 of the 3, and more often than not, holding all 3. FaZe Clan are about to lose the lead, and they will. 182 to 181. Pure have bounced back after the no-scope killing spree from Last Shot. Pure have life, but they're losing it. 3 go down. Druck maintains at least some map control, some positioning, but he'll go down as well. This is FaZe's opportunity to strike.
It was an opportunity until that man exploded the second he stepped foot into B. Great defense out of Pure. They're just stopping everything that FaZe is going for. They're predicting their next move, rotating in advance to stop it from happening. Here, they say, okay, yeah, FaZe wants B, but let's just take C from under their nose. Who cares if they get B? We'll still be scoring. Love the process I'm seeing out of Pure.
211, 181, and when we last spoke, we said this was FaZe's opportunity to strike, but instead it's Pure with control of A and C. A is flipping, though, into FaZe's favor, and here we go. Down by 30 seconds. This is their chance to get into the 200s, make it a little close. Eli, we could be heading towards one of those electric live fire Stronghold finishes where it's back and forth into the 240s.
Seems inevitable at this point. Both teams trying to figure out how they want to play here. FaZe Clan making a push through top center. I like this. It has not been working the past several minutes while they try to capture B. Last Shot's going to see if he can find some timing, but quickly decides to reroute and get out of dodge. I like this patience out of Last Shot. Hits the skill jump as well to get some eyes on Renegade and on Frosty, but Frosty with the no scope is going to shut him down, and this is exactly what FaZe need to come back into this. Frosty needs to hit some headshots right now.
Frosty, 4 shots in the snipe. He needs to match the efficiency that we saw from last shot, and it was that aggressiveness with the snipe. Uh-oh, Blake melee, but it doesn't matter. Frosty still gets the slay. We need to see again the exact same level of aggressiveness from Frosty and FaZe, and we are. 4 go down for Pure. FaZe have a trip cap of their own, and they're bouncing right back. 223 to a rolling ×2, 213.
Frosty's positioning, trying to keep Royal 2 alive. Cherish is going to get that trade, though. And Frosty earns the camo, has camo, 2 bullets left to work with, has 2 teammates dead in the kill feed. Knows that Druck is lurking here in C, should be able to cut him down. Druck with the awareness, expected at least 1 player to be approaching from this side. But FaZe are going to steal this unless Pure can get control right now. That headshot might just seal it, but no, Talik is also in B. That's going to flip. But FaZe are able to capture A here, so long as they win that fight. Yes, Snakebite kills Druck, and FaZe are right back in scoring. They only need 10 seconds here.
Talik with masterful positioning knew that Frosty was at the snipe side with the snipe. Make sure that he lines up on the backside of B, but Frosty then cleans Talik up just a moment later. AB in control of FaZe, and they could ride this to the finish. 245, 223. Pure have got to take control of B. Frosty makes it a little bit more difficult with the body shot onto Talik, but Cherish is in B. Cherish has control of it, and despite all 3 going down, they do capture B, but how long will that hold with just last shot as the last player standing for Pure, and that might just do it. I don't think there's enough space on the map for Pure to control, and FaZe, no, hold the line. A goes to Pure. But after 3 go down, FaZe will in fact win this game 1. But Eli, it was that back and forth live fire Strongholds that we love to see. What a start to Championship Sunday.
That was incredible. I mean, FaZe had a very strong lead early, and then we saw Pure come back with the charge of their own. Cherished finally came online as I called him out, and didn't end that game terribly. Had a respectable stat line by the end of it, and I feel like, you know, it did feel like Pure was really starting to warm up towards the second half. FaZe just able to ice up in the end. Taking a look at the stat page here, Frosty back in world champion form, nearly 7,000 damage in about 12 minutes of gameplay. And that's what we've come accustomed to seeing from Frosty. I think he hasn't really been himself recently, but if he starts to get back into that form, that looks good for FaZe going into the world championship.
He definitely had some games yesterday, not even just looking at the scoreboard, but just watching first person point of view of him. It didn't look like the Frosty that we know he can be, but he's clearly woken up on the right side of the bed this morning. He had his Wheaties, his OJ, and a little bit of coffee, as well as this was the Frosty that we saw at last year's Halo World Championship warm-up, and then the Halo World Championship just a week later. So this is boding very well for FaZe. Again, if you guys are just tuning in, we are live with the Halo World Championship warm-up presented by Complexity. Last year's winner of this tournament won the World Championship a week later. That was FaZe. Do they have the same thing brewing here? And here's a look at that spree from last shot. This really, Eli, made me think that they might just complete the comeback. That was ridiculous. Last shot used the S7 like it was the Bulldog in that sequence.
I mean, he was the main reason they came back and got that 100-point swing back into their favor. As soon as he dies with the sniper rifle, that's when FaZe get back into control. So, I mean, you're looking for some of these standout performers to just pop off, have some moments like that. Got to hit some nice headshots whenever you get control of the sniper rifle, get some value out of the items on the map. It's exactly what they're going to look to do here on Solitude. We got camo and shock rifle to play for. We've seen that this has become kind of the most snowbally team slayer. So it's really going to come down to which one of these two teams gets control early and then gets the most out of it. I could really see this going either way. It could be 50 to 20 in FaZe's favor. It could be 50 to 20 in Pure's favor. I don't expect it to be that insane, but it'll probably be at least a 10 kill victory for one side or the other.
Yeah, we got H5 kids galore in this lobby, so this Solitude should be a brawl, as this is our Plaza remake from Halo 5. I know Tools is getting squirmy in his chair. He's so excited to watch this match, see some Plaza gameplay of yesteryear, but now in Halo Infinite, we got Solitude. A little bit grayer than what we remember from that cityscape of Halo 5, but still just as fun to play. I think one of the better maps in Halo Infinite as it relates to gameplay. I love me some King of the Hill, but game 2. So Slayer is on your screen. Hopping on board here with Cherish to start as he eyes the camo.
Need to take a strong look at the camo off the opening here. I'm surprised that both teams kind of treating it like it's bait. Finally, Talik is going to extend out for it, and Snakebite's just a little bit too late to the situation. does find his way out before being spotted out though, which is good news for him. Talik just gonna make a quick route over here to the cafe and try to keep Last Shot alive. But the timing is all wrong. He just turns the corner and Frosty's already gone.
Talik had some big camo plays yesterday, and he played so patiently with it. As the last player alive for his team, doesn't want to get into a gunfight that he can't win, assuredly. Does take down Frosty, but FaZe are able to make sure it's just a 1-to-1 encounter. 3-7 off the start as FaZe have gained control in the early goings. Royal 2 down to low shields, low ground. He'll go down. Sniper in the hands of Renegade, but that'll train hands back into Talik's favor. Snakebite eyeing him. Thrust keeps him alive. There's a little Halo 5 recent memory on your screen as Talik is able to hold on to the power weapon if he gets up to the top side of the map. Could see some slays come through in favor of Pure.
Last Shot just gets taken down at the poster side, kind of caught all alone. We're not used to seeing that from Last Shot. Usually plays his positioning so calculated and does not allow for anybody to single him out. Gotta get back on the... He just gets spawned over in blue now, and in this case, he has no choice but to be singled out. We got the triple kill. Can it be the over? It is! Huge overkill out of Royal 2, but like we talked about yesterday, if you die at the same time you get it, does it even look cool?
Yeah, that's one that Royal 2 probably saves for the leftover folder of his next montage. I mean, Frosty should make a dual-tage, by the way. Anyways, secondary thoughts. First-hand point of view here from the Last Shot as he has positioning on the top side of A-Ledge. Predictive grenade toss. Had to have had the call-out, I believe, from Druck, who spotted him pushing through the flowers. Yes, that's exactly how that occurred. Last Shot with the perfect nade shot takes down Royal 2, and now FaZe are trapped in Cafe.
Last Shot's got the thrust as well, and yeah, FaZe know that their positioning is compromised, so how do they play it? Looks like they 2v1 Talik. I think they had the game plan there. They might have 3-2-1 peeked that corner. And Last Shot is, I guess his job was to just watch the cafe exit, but his teammate dies behind him after 2 push into yard. I like the way FaZe approached this. Last Shot with the nice thrust into melee combo to get Royal 2 out of the equation. But honestly, FaZe playing out of compromised positioning did a phenomenal job there.
Yeah, and now they've got the second lowest compromised position, spawning at the back A wall. How do they push out of 2 spawn traps that Pure have been in control of? 16-17 now as Pure have gotten back in the fight, and Last Shot has routinely maintained high side, high ground positioning. Now he's pushing on through. Frosty getting shot in the back. 5 perfect shots. Double tap for the double kill. Killing spree. Last Shot on fire. And he goes back to his new home of the A-Ledge. Rotates back for a potential cleanup here. Truck and chairs go down. So too does Talik. Which is why you've seen Last Shot now redirect his attention to the left side of the map. But he's got a 1v2 brewing with the thrust. Able to get the sticky trade. And now 20-22. FaZe, like you said, Eli, back-to-back spawn traps. And they're still up by 2.
I mean, I really like the thought process there from Last Shot. His reasoning after that double kill was he trusted that his teammates would kill the other 2. So he was preemptively getting into a position to spawn kill on the other side, assuming his teammates did get those kills. The problem is his teammates died, and he had to backtrack to clean up the situation. So FaZe, once again, in situations that most people would count them out of, have been able to come out on top.
Snakebite. Last player alive for FaZe now. Oh, filthy no-scope onto Druck. He does get taken down by the frag from Talik, and now just 1 burst left in that. But 1 perfect shot, and that's 1 more slay. And in a game that's tight, 24 all, that could be the difference.
Wow, Talik does not expect multiple members to shoot him in the back from the tram side. And he gets taken down. Just 1 burst left in this shock, but if anybody knows what to do with it, it's probably Renegade. See if he can land one here. Doesn't have to shoot one on it. Cherished. Checking his 6 here. Does get the assist onto Talik, and they just have a lot of map to work with for the first time, it seems like, in a while. Last Shot with another good thrust melee, but it's been neutralized by the death sticky grenade out of Renegade.
Oh, pixel perfect frame activation of that martyrdom sticky from Renegade. You didn't even see his left hand toss it out. He just stuck it onto his opponent, and they both went to the grave. 28-31 now as we are into the 30s. FaZe with a 3-kill lead. Frosty with positioning on the flowers, has Renegade up top, looking to push on through. Shots into Druck, but Druck has a couple shots on him. Even better, a frag toss takes Frosty down to 1 HP in a dream, but with the repulsor, repositions, tosses that frag grenade away like a fly and gets back into the fight, but 2 of his teammates have gone down. Frosty now in a situation where he's got to win a 1v1 with Cherished, and he does.
Man, these guys are playing a chess match before our eyes. I expected this to be a blowout in one way or the other, but these teams both giving each other a lot of respect, playing a lot more patiently. This is a much slower paced, methodical game as we see the double sticky. Wait, no, last shot stuck him. Last shot ends it with a triple there. Is it almost an over?
Triple goes for the over. Oh, but Snakebite takes him down. What an electric sequence in the last couple of minutes. But still, Eli, it's FaZe with a 2 to 3 kill lead, heading to the 40s now, building up a team wipe advantage, 36-40, as Drug tries to win a 1 against Frosty. But Frosty wins another piv. FaZe are up 5.
This is insane. This has gone back and forth, but like I said, it's been methodical. In so many of these situations, one team should really just get blown out of the water, but both teams playing well out of disadvantage. All of a sudden, though, it's a long run of kills without dying a single time for FaZe Clan. They've now, out of nowhere, balloons to a 9-kill lead, and Pure are trapped. Renegade shooting fish in a barrel, and they have nowhere to go.
Oh my God, can FaZe turn up the heat? Can FaZe push their foot down on the pedal like their foot was made out of lead? This is an unbelievable run in a game that's been, again, we just said it 30 seconds ago, it's been 2 to 3 kills. The differential all throughout the match. Now it's 2 to 3 possessions, 2 to 3 team wipes that Pure need to come back, and at 39 to 49, it ain't gonna happen. FaZe take game 2 and have a stronghold lock on this series.
Wow. I mean, FaZe playing their methodical, systematic gameplay that I feel like was a big part of the reason that they went on that insane run last year. The thing is, back then, I felt like they were playing with a bit more confidence, a bit more aggression. At this point, though, adjusting to give respect to the teams that have improved, like Pure. So FaZe, I think, just making the adjustments necessary to give themselves a good chance in a run, both today and in a week from now.
Well, Pure, probably a little bit of an adjustment period, right, Eli? I mean, it's only been one day that they played with Avicii, but I imagine it is a little bit of an adjustment. Now, they've got plenty of experience playing with Last Shot, so it shouldn't take them too long to get back into their groove, but it might just be one series that they need to feel each other back out and get back on the same page. And unfortunate for them that one series is a match against FaZe, the defending Halo World Champs, and they're looking like such in this series.
I have to agree with you. It felt like, well, remember yesterday, they actually were kind of struggling with Avicii at the beginning of the day,
right? And
then made some adjustments and then started kind of letting Avicii play his game, which is different from Last Shot. And I think they did kind of adjust. Now today's a whole new day, back with the normal teammate. You know, certainly some adjustments are being made, but I feel like it's only a matter of time before they wake up. They got better and better and better as the day progressed yesterday, and I feel like that's the case that we've seen them in many of these online tournaments.
Yeah, Pure, they're set up if they do lose this series to go on a tear in the lower bracket. But may we remind you, Optic are in the lower bracket. SSG are in the lower bracket. They got sent there by Pure, who miraculously ended yesterday's broadcast with a 3-0 sweep over SSG. Eli, it felt like we were just waiting for SSG. Like, all right, like, enough messing around. We're going to win game 3 and then steamroll into a reverse sweep. But Pure didn't allow it. So very impressed with what Pure were able to do yesterday with the substitute, but back today with their 4th Last Shot. Still needing to readjust a little bit to the pace and intensity that you could just feel watching this tournament. This is different than any online tournament we've watched this year, Eli, and we've watched all of them. We've casted all of them, and this one just has a different air to it. You can really sense that the Halo World Championship is just days away. $2.5 million on the line, and the players are playing like, $1 million on the line, 2.5 throughout the whole season. But it looks like the players have money on their mind as everybody's locked in, and we are locked into a Game 3 Argyle CTF up next.
This is going to be a fun one. Who's going to get the sniper rifles on either side? Actually, not even sure which player gets the sniper for Pure. All 4 of them are incredible snipers. I think maybe Druck, but I don't know. I feel like Druck likes to play front line a bit more. We should see Royal 2 grab the sniper for FaZe. He's typically always been their sniper player. But this is going to go back and forth. I think if one of these teams can get control of multiple snipers at the same time, it's going to be a bad problem to deal with for the other squad.
My eyes are on Druck in a game for Pure where they need to win to keep this series alive. There you can see the man on your screen gloriously gracing us with his presence this season. We didn't get a chance to really see him much after that top 3 finish at the Halo World Championship in Season 1. Druk has had issues getting into North America, but now that problem is a thing of the past. Druk is finally back in the HCS, and we are better off for it. Keep an eye on him and that grapple hook in particular. He is one of the best grapple players in Halo, I'd say.
It looks like Druk was the man that grabbed the sniper, as is Royal 2. Royal 2 known to play pretty defensively here, does not want to give this to his opposition. Rightfully so. That's a recipe to lose a game quickly. To not only get sniped by your opponent's sniper, but give up your own. So he's just going to play in the base here. I think Pure are going to be aware of this positioning. They've seen this story before, and they're not going to give him many free shots.
L2 playing in his base with the snipe off the start, and it's Druk, expectedly so, pushing up to the 50-yard line with it. That's just the dichotomy of those two players. But who's going to win in that battle of snipers? Druk does get the body shot onto World 2. Pollock looking to clean him up, but Renegade has that protection. Now it's Last Shot's chance to clean up World 2, but he's already regained his shields, already thrown a geometrical bounce toss frag grenade into the ventilation system that takes down Last Shot, and now Royal 2 will take control of the 50-yard line. Before we see a pull, Eli, this is what it's all about, controlling the vents.
Yeah, you saw that as soon as they took down the player in one vent, immediately Renegade jumps into the opposite vent. These two positions so crucial to control. You can really just deny access to essentially half the map for the other team. Right now, still trying to find... Wait, was that
That was Druk!
Did Druk just grapple into the vent right there, and then he just had the reaction time to hit the shot? I mean, talk about right place, right time, and wrong place for Druk. But here we see FaZe now finally moving forward. They might get a flagpole.
Well, patience is a virtue. Druk, the rabbit to the tortoise of Royal 2, flies into the vents, and Royal 2 takes his face. It's all trickled down to this pull here for FaZe, and they are materializing what could be the first score of the game. But with that sticky toss, they take down 2 from FaZe. FaZe is going to have to get another wipe if they want to score this flag.
Last Shot's in a great position to keep this flag from going in. He's also concerned about spawners. And at least move this flag out towards his teammate, but he gets taken down and the flag's not in a good spot. FaZe should be able to comfortably return that from the other side of that wall. They do, and this flag looks like it's primed to go home.
Yeah, Druk goes down. He looked like he was the first line of potential stoppage of that flag, but FaZe Clan, after earning 4 more slays, will score again. And Eli, that really points to me on Argyle, playing the map in thirds, getting your first team wipe to pull flag, a second one to get it to the halfway mark, and then a third, sometimes even, to score at the 33rd percentile. That's what we just saw there from FaZe. Excellent process being played as they've gone up 1-0.
Even more impressive than that, while they capped that, Frosty stole the sniper from the Pure base. So now it's Frosty with one snipe, Snakebite with the other. This is exactly the recipe I talked about. We're going to see some peak shots coming in from Last Shot. He's going to make himself a very difficult target for Frosty to deal with. But with Snakebite here, wait, Frosty got a snipe after we just switched screens? I don't know how. He looked to be under heavy pressure. Now he's going to chase down Druk here at the bottom of the map.
Frosty's a guy that demands attention and demands first-person point of view of the 8 players in this lobby. Hard to choose which one to watch, but Frosty, more often than not, going to be a great pick. 2 shots left in that snipe, defensively positioned in his base. Renegade there being sought out by Cherished. Frosty might use this as bait. Renegade calls for help, but he doesn't need it. He takes down Cherished all by himself. Snakebite with the other sniper for FaZe. It's been a dominating sandbox control for them. They've controlled the map well as well, but Pure get 2, and this could spark a run for them.
More than just 2. Those were the 2 that had the sniper rifles. Unfortunately, most of the ammo has been depleted. Looks like Last Shot might have seen that other sniper on the ground. No. He's maybe preferring to get top middle positioning. Might be a little bit more important than grabbing that sniper. It looks like Snakebite's going back for his sniper. Or it's just going to be left there on the floor. So perhaps nobody aware that it's still there on the ground. Snakebite just trying to be in position to play defense now.
All right, Snakebite here has the ping on Last Shot. Ooh, great shots as well. They looked perfect, but wasn't good enough, though, to take down last year's free-for-all world champion, as Snakebite now makes his way through to the middle of the map. Numbers advantage, map positioning advantage. Another flag out for FaZe.
Flag returned.
Royal 2 gets the kill on Last Shot. Snakebite going to be the one that moves in to grab the flag, while Royal 2 just plays mayhem behind enemy lines. if he can land a kill to give Renegade the opportunity to move forward. This flag was probably dead. They're probably gonna get this one returned.
Whoa!
I did not know
Whoa.
that existed, by the way. Shout out to who's the guy that does all the jumps on YouTube? Broward Lips or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, I feel like that's something I'd see in one of those videos. I did not know about that ledge.
Yeah, that's a few time that we've seen FaZe. Recharge was the other map. They're showing us new ledges. Kind of showing their hand a little bit. I'm sure everyone's going to see that on the VOD review, so everybody's learned something from watching this one. As Pure try to tie things up, Cherish tosses the flag out as bait. Frosty has eyes on it. Cherish repositions to the top side of PCs. Frosty has the knowledge of it, though. This is going to be a difficult time for him to stay alive and defend his flag. Down to 1 HP. Reshields, repositions, gets the shot on a Cherish, but it's not enough. Pure tied up in 1, but with 4 going down, FaZe will absolutely counter right here. Oh! That was quick scope from Frosty off spawn. Talik was probably the best hope that they had to stop this one. The 1-1 tie will be momentarily. This should be 2-1 FaZe.
That was disgusting. Last bullet in the clip. First spawner has to hit that shot to guarantee the flag cap. Who better than Frosty to ice up with the snipe, the quick scope? That was disgusting. And yeah, who cares if you got that cap if you instantly get countered on? And FaZe looking to close out this series. They're only 1 cap away.
That's one of those will have you saying, God, Frosty, Jesus, man, what are you doing to him, man? That was ridiculous. And sitting at 7, 9, and 7. It's not like his stat sheet is blowing up the top right corner, but man, when we have eyes on his gameplay, he's making huge plays. And on Argyle, it's a map that's especially hard to score a flag. You get that one shot in on Talik to make it 2-1 is a masterful work with the snipe and making big plays. What we've become accustomed to from Frosty is last shot now. Works his way into the FaZe base underneath. He gets spotted out. Thought he was playing like a sneaky beaver, but Frosty takes him down.
FaZe have done such a good job to keep Pure from playing their game. Pure typically prefer to play within chaos, honestly. They just make the map extremely chaotic. They're going to sneak behind you when you're not looking. FaZe have been extremely aware and able to shut them down every time they've gotten behind. And that's kind of throwing Pure off, I think. Pure not used to playing in this way and constantly getting spotted out. FaZe having the answer to every single play.
Less than 5 minutes to go, and FaZe are eyeing a 3-0 sweep to earn their spot in the winter final. In the tournament they won last year as well. Both snipes up on each side of the map. FaZe aren't going to be able to steal Pure's in this instance like they were on the previous one. World 2 going to grab it for FaZe. It looks like last shot maybe, or Cherish, most likely last shot for Pure with the snipe. As this next duel with the snipe, like it did in the early goings with World 2 versus Druck, World 2 won that one. Got the first score because of it. Last shot needs to win this with a snipe, but all 4 go down for Pure, and bad goes to worse. FaZe Clan are in full control. Despite a 1-point advantage, it feels like much more than that, Eli.
It does. I feel like that was kind of Pure's best hope to get back in this. His last shot landing a couple snipes, but instead he just gives the ammo to FaZe, and you know they know what to do with it. It's been all snipe control throughout this game. They do shut down the flag runner though. Frosty, let's see what he can do over here. And when this man stops moving and starts lining up the reticle, you better watch out. He does trade out with Talik, so good job by Talik to shut him down, but it's gonna mean that flag is still sitting out.
And I thought there's Druck's chance to grab the snipe back, but he gets cleaned up shortly afterwards. As it's even 3v3 for now. 3:20 left on your clock, and Pure on a map like Argyle got what, 3, maybe 4 chances up and down the map, and that'll be it. So they're getting down to the nitty-gritty. They've got to execute here, but it's more vent control for FaZe Clan, and this is Renegade's home on Argyle. When he gets into the vents, watch out, because he usually dominates from this position. Not content with that though, pushes up just a little bit, but then gets back to his vents. Druck with a sneaky pull. Renegade eyes the direction he's going in, and a flag goes out here for FaZe Clan. A standoff, keep in mind, benefits FaZe here in this situation. They could milk out the rest of this clock in a standoff if they wanted to. Let's see how this plays out.
Renegade not really sure where to look with his sniper. He knows that flag is bait. Talik somehow survives for now, and Renegade's facing some pressure from other parts of the map. Both teams still have these flags out. Talik does a great job to kind of expect where Renegade would come from next. He's going to now earn the sniper and the grapple, but both flags get reset. Pure back to square one.
QT up momentarily. Talik utilizes the grapple hook to gain control of the vents that FaZe have dominated throughout this game. And with another no scope, could just bring Pure back, but he goes down. Frag does take down World 2 to low HP. Cherish cleans up on it. 3 go down for FaZe Clan. Here we go. This could be Pure's final opportunity to make their move. Druck off a spawn with the grapple hook. Zip lines his way up to the ventilator system. QT in favor of Renegade. Gotta watch out for the damage it could cause if he activates it. It does do a little bit of damage. Not enough to take down Druck, though, and FaZe have to play defense off the back wall. Pure have life in the final goings, but you gotta stay alive if you're Druck. He goes down. Massive slay for FaZe, and it trickles down to all 3. Last shot in the back of FaZe's face. It's gonna be difficult for him to stay alive. FaZe have played as good of offense as they have defense here in this match. Oh! Filthy triple kill from Snakebite might just end the game, and if not for having a 4th to shoot at, all 4 are dead, he probably would have gotten the overkill. FaZe Clan look like they have just stamped their ticket to the winner final. Another quick scope lands in the body of Last Shot, and that will do it. FaZe 3-0 sweep.
Wow. PJ said, let me just remind you who's been here longer than half of y'all been alive. This man just started. First of all, I don't know how he got the back smack on Last Shot. Last Shot was by himself in the back of the base. Snakebite must have snuck around. Was
Nasty.
disgusting. That's one way to close